I want every gun we have to fire on that man.
Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the McConaughey at YouTube with another model video. The Bandai box scale AT-M6 vehicle series, known as the Guerrilla Walker from Star Wars The Force Awakens, or 1 to 550 scale, not indicated on the box. At 600 yen in this beautifully glossy box, it contains 3 runners wrapped, lost cigars not included, and instructions printed on the inner side of the box. All injection moulded in styrene with a dark grey. Very neat and precision moulding. Snap fit with a whole interesting array of different connection types. The instructions, yet small, are linear and very easy to follow in a CAD isometric view, which I cut out for easy viewing and photography later. Locating runner and part number is pretty easy and embossed clearly. With basic tools and plastic cement, we'll be using the 2-cut method, followed by trimming and sanding the nubs away. All joins will be fused together with homebrew plastic cement. I personally choose to asphyxiate my snap kits permanently. The fit and join of these parts are so precise. The use of aids, seam line filling or any manufacturing flaws do not need to be removed, which is excellent news as this model and general series is very rich in raised and panel detail. Star Wars kits are notoriously expensive with a much cheaper make and quality. This line to Bandai's catalogue has to be their absolute best work yet, and is a complete treat to have something this cheap and quick to put together, marketed anywhere from a trinket collectible children's toy or project for a detailed diorama or further artistic works. Is very easy and quick to put together, so I'm putting my efforts in jazzing it up a bit further. And with a quick 10-minute turnaround, the variety of parts and how it goes together still engaged me. It's unfortunate past snap fit series from AMT to Revell were a flash in the pan from the release or re-release of the movies, but the Bandai kits seem to be available for a lot longer and still found on websites to this day. I wish they would make a lot more, especially older subjects. The legs pivot on a peg and the head sits in a ball socket, so there's a minimal amount of posing and gimmick articulation. Had a lot of fun and recommend, especially because it's a walker. And additional notes, take care when buying these online. Some sellers overcharge and try to display the picture to look like a much larger kit. In regards to reference to the film and the proper subject matter, it looks very good scale proportion wise. The little extra I did was cut a card out and super glue it down for a diorama. We'll be skipping the primer stage and going straight to a black surfacer as pre-shade around some of the wells and undercut detail under the head and torso and behind the legs. The other colours are dark grey and thinned down to a watery viscosity. The darkest grey is base coated on the outer legs and across the body and top. A little overspray going around where it's already been painted black. Plastics has always been a bit of a funny subject in accuracy and colour outside of Gunpla. It's a shame its existing colour is far too light. These walkers are very dark compared to other Imperial vehicles from the other Star Wars films. The next step of lighter grey is painted on the top pieces and a slight amount of shading around the armour to show light casting gradient effects and definition. As a nod to the film and the Battle of Crate, the salt planet with red, the base is painted red. To honour all that amazing detail, I heavily thinned down some Tamiya accent colour with gum turpentine and sludge washed it across, letting it settle in where it needs to. Back to the base, it's just flat red, building up texture and adhesion with PVA glue lopped on all over the place, with white flock sprinkled on top to create the salt snow effect, which is shredded later on behind the feet to show the markings as it moves forward. Some days pass to allow for full chemical curing and a final few dust coats of lacquer matte clear to dull everything down. This was pretty much a quick weekend project, between 2 to 3 hours for me, potentially a lot faster without gluing, shading, multiple colours, the diorama, all that sort of thing. For me, the extra effort was completely worthwhile and thoroughly enjoyed this model. Love the output of it. From the photos, it's almost even difficult to tell the scale of it. I consider this to be a very successful, neat build, which I'm extremely happy with, and would even go as far as entering it in the competition if it wasn't this easy and low effort. Regardless, very happy to put it in the gallery glass cabinet. Highly recommend the vehicle line. The main Star Wars line from Bandai is also very good. Not a bucket load to talk about, and can't really reasonably stretch this video out any further. Definitely enjoyed showing every part in the whole build experience. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. Please check out the description section down below. We've got references and social media links where I post other content like finished pieces and the galleries, which goes up months before the video is released. Catch you next time.